Welcome to Remnant 2. A game so good it feels like it was actually designed to be fun.
Alright, on duck. Duck! No!
I am become drunk driver of cars.
If I was in My Hero Academia, my quirk would be profound mental retardation.
Bleed.
I am definitely autistic.
He's my friend. No! In quick summary, Remnant 2 is a looter shooter with different abilities and guns and atmospheric places to explore and like a bajillion secrets. It's got bad guys, it's got good guys, it's got boss fights that infinitely outclass anything that Destiny's put out in the last 5 years. Cancer!
Oh my. No! You thought it was done?
What the fuck? Wait, did we just change realities? What the fuck is going on? What dimension am I in? The story of Remnant 2 is a lot like the letters IDKTWASITGWTFTASITG, which of course stands for, I didn't know there was a story in this game. What the fuck? There's a story in this game? Listen, the combination of YouTube Shorts and TikTok have made my attention span terminally ill.
But if its kind walk ye a foreigner, perhaps.
From what I was able to gather, the world has gone into complete disarray after a manic force called the Root has invaded Earth. Our character and their buddy Cass are actually trying to find a survivors camp called Ward 13, and we actually find it within the first like 20 minutes of the game thanks to these people that helped us. Once we get to Ward 13, this creepy guy Ford leads us to his back alley stash where he keeps his magic rock. Ford's magic rock wakes up and then promptly just fucking banishes him to the Shadow Realm. I don't think we ever actually do see Ford again, so yeah, my best guess is Shadow Realm. Our guy shits his pants at seeing this and runs back to go and get Clementine. Clementine gets abducted by the rock too, and then we try and stop it, but that doesn't end up working out. So now we're left alone in the room with the magic rock that just abducted two people. So of course we need to go and find help and make sure that we fully understand this rock before we do anything else. But what the fuck are you doing? We get teleported to a different world, and I think back to what the great explorers of history would do when they discovered new land. Kill everything that doesn't look like me. Eventually I kill something big enough that it drops this thing called a fragment, which the magic rock detects and then spits me out in another place called the labyrinth. Some shit happens, you fight a Minecraft block and you eventually find Clementine and the Eye of Cthulhu from Terraria. A bunch more exposition happens, and not gonna lie, I really wasn't paying attention. But essentially we need to kill two more big powerful guys that drop more of those fragment things so we can power up Clementine and then she can kill the big bad boss of the game. So essentially the majority of this game is going to different worlds and cultures and stealing their valuable resources and precious metals. But it doesn't stop there. You see, each of the worlds that you go to in this game have their own unique stories that you can uncover on your own. These stories are so rich and full of content that I could honestly spend an entire video going over each of the stories. I could, but I won't. Before you can get to any of the story in this game though, you first have to head back to Ward 13 and talk to this doofus called Wallace. My buddies think that Wallace is kind of a weird character, but I wouldn't know. He's not actually that weird if you just kind of go... You see, this is the guy you go to get all your different archetypes in this game. What are archetypes, you ask? Well, if you shut the fuck up for a second, I'll tell you. Archetypes are essentially the classes in this game, each with their own unique abilities and playstyles. We've got the handler, whose main purpose is to have the goodest boy on his team. He can heal you, he can fight enemies for you, he can resurrect you, and you can pat him, and... Then you have the hunter, who's a bit more of a long-range gunplay-based guy with abilities that up your weapon damage. There's the medic, who is... the medic.
Move! Snap!
Then you have the challenger. He's basically the tank who specializes in melee and CQC, or close quarters combat, or consensual quality cucking. Now there isn't just these 4 archetypes in the game. Oh no, there's actually 11. Now I'm not going to spoil how to get these guys, mostly because I don't know how to. I will tell you their names and what they do. Gunslinger, basically a cowboy, has a cool revolver ability. Punch your motherfucking toe.
Don't think I won't.
There's Explorer, he makes you move faster and he gives you a better chance at finding higher tier loot. There's Engineer, who puts down automated turrets that your teammates can pick up. Or you can use it to break the game and glitch behind a wall. Oh, like that.
Oh, I did it.
Alright, now pick up everything in there.
Oh, actually, I feel like my internet's about to just... Oh,
I'm gonna fucking kill you, cunt. Is there anything else in there?
Nope.
Alright, good luck getting out.
Alright, bye.
Alchemist, I don't know, do some research on this guy. That's what I actually written in my notes here. I think I was supposed to actually do some research on this class, and I never fucking did. Alchemist, I don't know, do some research on this guy. You got Summoner, summons bad guys, but not bad guys. He summons good bad guys that fight other bad guys for you. Guys, there's the Invader, and I don't even know how to explain this one. He kind of just teleports around and can auto-dodge attacks. And the final class of the game is Archon, and we're gonna come back to Archon. Now that we've gone over archetypes, the next item on the checklist is the weapons. In Remnant 2, you've got 3 different types of weapons that you can use. Long guns are your standard type: assault rifles, shotguns, bows, weird gun that's got hands coming out of it that shoots fingers, frisbee launchers. You've got your melee weapons, which can range from knuckle dusters to a spear that you can embed in the frontal lobe of all your friends. Oh, that shit getting bigger. Oh, right in the forehead! Well, there's the handguns, you know, little pistols and revolvers, or a megaphone that fires a collapsing neutron star.
Look what I got.
Oh god. Shapes and colors. The sheer variety of the weapons in this game can honestly be kinda overwhelming at times. And if you're like me, my brain tends to short circuit if I'm faced with too many options. So I mainly just stuck with these 3 that I got pretty early on. Introducing the Nightfall. At the time of my first playthrough, I didn't actually realize was apparently one of the most OP guns in the entire game. I was lucky enough to get this thing to drop from one of the first bosses I ever faced. For handguns, my buddy Cotton was in a call with me, and he was kind enough to let me join his world to pick up this thing. I didn't realize what it takes to get this gun until much later on. Apparently you have to shoot switch on wall, let the room fill up with water, and then parkour across some platforms to get the gun. Only problem is, it takes 90 real-world minutes for the room to fill up with water.
This took 90 minutes for me to get, by the way, so
I got it in 5, baby. Let's go. So Cotton actually saved me an hour and a half. That's at least, what, like 3 episodes of Young Sheldon? Moving on to melee weapons, I picked up this spear pretty early on in the game. This thing doesn't hit that hard, it's not that good, and there are definitely better melee weapons out there. So why did I use it? Because it lets me do this. The thing that allowed me to throw this spear with the might of Zeus into my buddy's forehead was the weapons mod.
What are mods, Ajax? 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 What are mods?
That's a mod. Basically, mods are special abilities that you can put on your weapons. These abilities can range from setting enemies on fire to entering the ethereal plane and becoming invincible while you have unlimited ammo and lifesteal.
Nice attack. Unfortunately, Nightfall plus 10.
Some of my favorite mods in this game are the more goofier ones. Like this one here that can spawn a tentacle on the ground and just bitch slaps anyone that gets close. Or, you know, there's always the Pillar of Hellfire that purges heretics from this godforsaken land.
Sunbathing weather, I think.
You can also make incredibly OP guns even more OP by adding different mutators to them. Mutators are different to mods. Where mods are typically entirely new abilities and skills on weapons, mutators are basically just stat buffs. But when you put them on the right weapon, it can make all the difference. Take this grenade launcher for instance. Without any mutators on it, it fires 5 grenades before reloading. But if I put this mutator on it, it fires 7, and if I put this mutator on it, now, me no count no good, but that's probably more than 7. Now, mutators are awesome when they can really change up your gameplay. Let's talk about gameplay. Now, the name of this segment is actually a lie. See, I'm not talking about the actual gameplay itself, although this game is genuinely one of the best third-person shooters I've ever played.
Why are you spinning?
The weapons have weight behind them, and they just feel like they have the right amount of just oomph. Shotguns can knock enemies over completely. Precision weapons can sometimes stagger them if you hit them in the head. Melee attacks can even interrupt other enemies' attacks. Okay, I might actually be doing too much stagger. You know, oomph. But no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how if you and 2 friends started playing this game at the exact same time, went off, did your own playthroughs, and then before you beat the final boss, came back and shared your experiences, you could all be telling very different stories. There are a total of 5 different worlds to visit in this game, 3 of which are completely randomly generated and unlocked in a completely random order. No matter what, you will visit those 3 different randomly generated worlds before you get to the final boss. However, the order you get to them in will be completely random. For instance, the first world that I spawned into was La Somme, which is basically just an accurate recreation of modern day England.
Ow, what the fuck, there's so many dudes here.
And they've all got knives. Pull up on the streets of London, bruv.
Big guy, big guy, big guy. Sword! I love swords!
Then my second world was Yesha, the jungle planet.
I'm not getting a good vibe from this place. Keep moving.
Tree woman. God damn, I see her trussy. And finally, the desert wasteland planet called Narut.
What the fuck are these things? Ew!
I'm glossing this planet like the Covenant, bro.
Oh no.
For my buddy Jarrah, his order went Desert Wasteland, England, Jungle Planet. So not only can the order in which you get to these planets be completely random, but the planets themselves actually have several different variations of its world gen. Even though me and my buddies all got to England at some point during our playthrough, the world itself was completely different. I'm not just talking about the world's layout either, the actual armor, weapons, hell, even the bosses can be completely different depending on what world gen you get. So if you want to get every item that the game has to offer, you'll actually probably have to do multiple playthroughs. You can also just re-roll the individual worlds once you beat their world boss, and that basically gives you a whole new world gen with a whole new place to explore. There's just so much variation to this game, and it's really cool to be talking with my buddies and hear how different our experiences were. It also helps to make your own journey feel special to you. The best example is when I was on the Jungle Planet, I came across this tree spirit who presented to me a bunch of ethical problems. Oh my god, is that the fucking trolley problem? But then when I told my friends about her, they had no idea who I was talking about. Have any of you guys experienced the tree lady who gives you, like, ethical problems? What? It just made that whole experience feel more unique and like it was my own. Now for some people, having this much variation and differing experiences in this game can be pretty overwhelming, which is fair. The idea of having to beat a game multiple times just so you can get everything you want can be pretty tiresome. This is one of the few aspects of this game that I think might scare off some people. The other aspect being the amount of secrets in this game. The amount of things in this game that's tucked away behind random secret shit is both really cool and kind of annoying. The fucking backrooms? The way I see it, there are two different categories. Wow, that's awesome, and wow, that's kind of annoying. An example of a wow, that's awesome secret would be this safe that you can find in a sewer biome. The safe requires a 4-digit code to unlock it and get the goodies within. Now, if you look all over the walls surrounding the safe, you'll see hundreds upon hundreds of 4-digit numbers. Some of these numbers glow, and whatever position they are within their 4-digit number sequence will be where it is in the actual safe code. So this glowing 1 right here is in the 3rd slot, and this glowing 3 right here is in the 4th slot. So we know that the code is going to go blank blank 1 3. Your job is to find all the glowing numbers and put them together to find the safe code. At least that's the intended solution, but Zhon and I had a better idea.
Okay, listen, we already know 2 numbers. We can guess the rest.
We can just, I mean, listen.
Alright, 01, no bueno. 02, no bueno. 05, oh, no bueno.
Oh, you know there's 99 possible combinations it could be, right?
07, an oddly racist amount of no bueno.
Eventually, Zhon was actually able to guess the right code, and for all our hard work, we were given... Secrets and puzzles in this game are kind of like a double-edged sword, because on the one hand you've got these really awesome and well thought out puzzles like this wind tunnel. Basically, as you're exploring a dungeon, you'll come across a giant wind tunnel, and depending on where you stand within that wind tunnel, it'll play a different note. Later on, you can find a book that has these symbols that match the ones on the wind tunnel. If you stand on those symbols in the right order, it'll actually play an entire song and you'll get a secret item. So yeah, these type of puzzles, wow, that's awesome. On the other hand, you've got the, wow, that's annoying. An example of annoying could be when I saw Zhon with this really cool looking sword, and he told me he got it from the Jungle Planet. I spent well over 2 hours exploring every inch of the Jungle Planet, and I still couldn't find the sword. I eventually caved in and looked at the wiki, and in order to get this sword, you have to get lucky and spawn on a particular instance of the Jungle Planet, talk to these 2 weirdos, and you're eventually given the option to either fight them or help them. You must pick the option to fight them, but you must lose the fight and get thrown in jail where the sword is.
Oh, that's nice.
Now this is just my opinion, but I don't really like secrets in a game where you can't actually figure out what to do on your own. The giant wind tunnel and the safe puzzle to me were really cool because all the clues you needed were found around you and it was up to you to piece them all together. Whereas the sword thing I don't really like because there's no hints or clues or anything that tell you should pick a fight with the intention of losing. So yeah, wow that's awesome and wow that's annoying. Now I can't possibly talk about the secrets in this game without bringing up Archon. Archon is a super secret archetype that was found through data mining, which is how the developers intended for it to be found. What the fuck? These devs knew that their community were going to data mine the shit out of this game, so instead of trying to stop them, they leaned into it. They deliberately put items and an entire subclass into the code of this game just for the data miners to find. That is fucking awesome. The way that you unlock Archon is by putting on a specific set of armor, a specific set of weapons, and a super specific set of rings. Not only that, but you have to put 2 specific abilities locked behind 2 specific archetypes archetypes, one of which you only unlock by beating the end of the game. Not only do you have to beat the entire game, but you have to get that archetype to the max level, which means hours of grinding. The rings and the armors and the weapons can all be bought from different vendors or found across different worlds, so they're not too hard to find except for two of them. The amulet and the relic. In order to get the relic, you have to beat a specific world boss on Naruud and then talk to this dude who talks about making preparations or whatever. Then you have to wait 24 real-world hours to unlock a new area of that planet. What the fuck? Where the fuck are we? And then you can get the relic. Don't you worry, that 24 hours gives you tons of time to try and get the amulet. In order to get this amulet, you have to equip the heaviest armor set in the entire game. Make sure that your carry weight goes to a special category called flop. And then, well, you gotta flop. Specifically 100 times. After the 100th belly flop, this vendor finally takes pity on you and sells you the amulet. Once you acquire all that random shit and then equip it, your character will start glitching. Then you can go to this door that's also glitching and finally open it. Open the door, walk inside to find yourself in the fucking back rooms? What is this game? Explore the back rooms, find the secret thing that unlocks Archon, and bada bing, bada boom, get the fuck out of my room, mom, I'm playing Minecraft. That's how you unlock Archon. I could talk your ear off more about how great Remnant 2 is, but I think the best thing to do is end the video here so that you can go and experience the game for yourself.
Get off your ass, fuckhole.
I really should come up with some kind of scoring system for the games I review, but I think scoring a game out of 10 is just dumb. So this game gets a out of I still can't believe the fucking backrooms are in this game. Huge shout out to my buddies for making this game infinitely more fun than it already was by just being their hilarious selves. I seriously love these guys, and every time we play games together, it's always the best time of my life. They're some of the funniest dudes I know, and over 90% of the jokes in my videos come directly from them. So they literally carry these videos. I mean, sure, I edit them all together and everything, but without them, there'd be nothing to edit. I don't know why I'm getting all sappy and sentimental and everything, probably because it's 3 AM and I've been editing for the last 14 hours straight. Thank you all so much for watching. Why did I hit my desk? I'm fucking exhausted and I don't really know what else to say, so I'm just gonna leave you with the clips that I couldn't really fit into this video. Tune in next time where we all beat the shit out of each other disguised as cute and cuddly creatures. Do you think if we kissed in our helmets they'd join together like a Lego brick? Shut up.
Yellow!
My racist granddad when he sees an Asian person.
Yellow!
Oh,
what I have.
Are you willing to accept the word of the good Lord?
Alright, that's it. Open up. I'm saying twice. It's the wolf spirit! He's come for us!
Wait, what the fuck?
Keep moving forward.
I don't want to.
I'll move forward with you. It's fine. As a team.
Alright, yeah, together. Oh. I was expecting like something actually scary, not you know I had to do it to him guy, just with like an opaque filter on him. It's like a Mexican standoff. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, it's me!
Yeah.
I forgot what my character looks like for a sec. I was like, what?
I was like that. Oh.
Network!
I don't think pineapple works on pizza. It's just...
That noise!